What is going on? What is going on, everybody? Happy Friday. So much for being a bull, right? Exxon gave it up. What we're looking at right now is Exxon finding level of support at $110.80, even if we want to call that support right now. What we showed was that trending in that channel and trending below the halfway point of that channel would deem catastrophic, possibly, or indicate any type of reversal or break of, this aggressive trend up on top of this line of division. Testing this line yesterday could have possibly tipped us off or tipped me off to being bearish or switching hips, but it formed this. Remember, we do formations here, so it definitely formed this pattern from one support, and that's in market open. We tested this yesterday, and we went right back to test it again today. So instead of being bullish and finishing the day on that, I believe what happened also was some news that we're also going to discuss that created some selling pressure and bearish sentiment for the stock. But, just looking at the charts, this is a 15-minute chart. We opened up the day and immediately sold off, and we never really returned. So there's really nothing much to discuss about, the channels and the formations. As you can see, as soon as the market opened, we immediately sold off. It was pretty much smoking all long positions for the week. There were about 27,000 contracts I noticed, like at 115. So, I don't know if there was no way the market makers will allow those contracts to go through. To about 27,000 contracts sitting at 115. Yeah, okay. So if you take a look here at the trading view, yesterday was a 3 candle, eclipsing Wednesday's 2, and all signs, all indicators pointed towards a continuation. However, there was some news that came out at about 2:30 that possibly showed what caused this stock to get sold off. So we're gonna go to it because I'm gonna go through this quick. Like you said, it wasn't really much happening as far as the stock today. Like we already knew what was gonna happen in the first maybe like 15-20 minutes. And if you got caught off sides like I did, as far as like from the analysis, that's understandable because there's nothing you can do when some news comes out. Like I said, remember we drew these support lines yesterday. I originally, so my plan was, or my thought process was, that we would come out and find some support at 112.61. In the pre-market, I'm gonna open it up to extended trading hours. Look where we found ourselves in the aftermarket. I'm not sure what time I did this video, but I think it was around this time here. Look at where we found ourselves in the aftermarket and in the pre-market. This bar is Friday, October 20th at 6:20 a.m. Look where we found ourselves. So I drew this line out showing support or a possible support level. We found ourselves there in the pre-market. Right before the market opened, we found ourselves there again. We opened up and then sold off. We found ourselves there testing this level again, and then after that, gave it up. This level even acted as resistance. But we just never saw, anything around 114. But 112.61 somehow became relevant, and I just pretty much guessed from just looking at the chart that we will find ourselves around this level. But Exxon is a very investor heavy stock, and and I'm sorry, investor heavy, institution heavy stock. So it created a huge sell-off because these institutions got out. And they got out on account of that Pioneer natural gas, that natural resource news. So this particular analyst, Wall Street analyst from TD Cowen, downgraded Pioneer Natural Resources stock. So Don Francis wrote an article. Apparently the article came out at 2:37 a.m. 2:37 this morning on the East Coast. TD Cowen's David Deckelbaum downgraded their rating on Pioneer Natural Resources from buy to a hold on the 18th. The analyst also lowered the price target by 8.6% from $280 to $256. So the ExxonMobil stock increase earlier this week was based on the acquisition of this company and it being considered like a gold standard, creating more efficient processes for Exxon, which made the stock bullish, which made this stock bullish, and it made Exxon bullish. And all systems were a go. Again, for earnings next week, make a big acquisition. It's got good feedback into an earnings. That was a smart play. But somehow, this TD analyst has more pull and creates market sentiment based on his analysis. Deckelbaum's decision to downgrade Pioneer Natural Resources reflects their belief that the company's stock is now adequately valued and no longer offers significant upside potential. The lowered price target to $256 suggests a more conservative outlook on the stock's future performance compared to the previous target of $280. That particular stock sold off based on its news, and in general, ExxonMobil followed into an aggressive, sharp sell-off. And there's no way that you can predict a sell-off like that or news like that that comes out about 2 hours before pre-market that creates that sentiment that causes a sell-off, or it could just been a planned sell-off. This could have all been part of the plan. Analyst ratings provide investors with valuable insights into the market sentiment surrounding a particular stock. In the case of Pioneer Natural Resources, 53% of top-rated analysts currently rated as a strong buy, so more than half rated as a buy, indicating a positive outlook for the company. On the other hand, 38.5% of analysts see it as a hold, suggesting a more cautious stance. Additionally, 7.7% of analysts either recommended selling the stock, reflecting a bearish sentiment. The consensus forecast among analysts is that Pioneer Resources will deliver earnings per share of $28.75 in the upcoming year. If these predictions hold true, it will represent a year-over-year increase of 17.6% in earnings per share. It's worth, and just skipping along, matter of fact, I'll read this. Assessing Pioneer's Natural Resources' recent stock performance since its last quarterly report on June 30th, the stock price has risen 23.2%. Looking at a longer time frame, the stock is up 4.4% year over year. However, during this period, Pioneer Natural Resource has been trailing the S&P 500, which has experienced a 15% increase. It's worth also noting that David Deckelbaum, the analyst who downgraded Pioneer Natural Resources, is ranked in the bottom 14% out of 4,363 Wall Street analysts by Wall Street's end, with an average return of negative 11.4% and a 31.3% win rate. Deckelbaum's track record raises questions about the accuracy of the previous recommendations, which says the stock was 280, those previous recommendations. Nevertheless, it's essential to consider other factors, such as their specialization in the energy and basic materials sector when assessing the credibility of their analysis. Pioneer Natural Resources Company, founded in 1997 and headquartered in Irving, Texas, is primarily engaged in exploring and producing oil, natural gas, and natural gas liquids in the United States. The company holds 961,000 gross acres in the Sparberry Wolfcamp field in the Midland Basin of West Texas. So again, this is the company that ExxonMobil acquired. It was rated a strong buy earlier and then downgraded, which created a sell-off for not only that stock, but ExxonMobil as well. So as you can see, now we got it. Pioneer Natural Resources. Well, I mean, it says even the same thing. Friday, October 20th. What is out the way? See, Thursday the 19th. Blah, blah, blah. 7:25 a.m. Once the stock market opened, 9:30, smacked it down. Price target from a price target of, from 256 to 250. But it had a price target of 280. So the analyst rated it at 280, knocked it down, created a sell on not only that, but basically like the parent company. So you can't beat the news, man. Can't beat the news. You just got to react to it. Just got to react to it. The news is one of those things that will definitely change the trajectory of a stock in a heartbeat. So hopefully everybody had a safe day. It was no way to really predict within a week of great news that bad news would follow. Immediate sell-off as soon as the market opened. We found some support levels, but it continued to sell off, killing all bearish sentiment for the time being. So we'll see when we open up on Monday. Happy trading, everybody. Have a good weekend. And we out.